Do you know of any other type of support that is in place for military families while their loved ones are deployed?
There's all types of support. There's family readiness officers that stay back in the States and they communicate with family members and provide them with information. There's service support groups that help with families. The spouses help spouses primarily. I think that's the #1 way that helps out.
What other types of support is there for military families while their loved ones are deployed?
There's something called FROs, family readiness officers. Mm-hmm. Were you on those email distribution lists? So a FRO is a civilian who's usually a wife or a former service member who'd sent out emails on stuff and things. And it was actually pretty cool. It was mostly for the people that lived where the unit's based. So if you had a wife and small children, it was like free zoo tickets to the San Diego Zoo. And we got 50 free San Diego Chargers tickets. And they were giving away Padres tickets all the time. But they also had some pretty serious stuff in there. You know, like if you're drinking too much or drug problems or you get in a DUI situation, you call the FRO, and the FRO kind of just like made stuff go away. It's a pretty cool program.
Yeah.
We went down to see the FRO, Steve Norton, the guy in Washington, who runs one of the Marine units, and it's a real full-time job for him. He's basically volunteering, but he's got every single wife that loses a checkbook or kid that gets thrown in jail or whatever. There are a lot of real issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you that when I was deployed, we had the neighbors in our neighborhood and friends of my kids' friends, their families helped my wife out a lot, in terms of just the sheer orchestration of getting kids to sports practices, carpools, things like that, where they basically covered for my wife a lot. And so that was huge. It was a huge help. Or my kids probably would not have been able to play the sports that they did last year when I was gone.